mentioned junk food and soda. What we operating on them, they're teaching them fall apart in your hands. They can't sew together as well. They're not smoking strong. So essentially, I'll send you that's like a vegan side. And so those things can modify to activate these immune systems. And you can use those cells like soaps as a super strength. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. So what they want out, what you guys are doing, you want to come and check it out. Just for the muscle cells pain is Docere Clinics. DOCERE Clinics. One word. DocereClinics.com. And for the skin and facts of my knowledge, is Docere Medical. It's medical.com. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm about to go watch your film. So I'm going to the podcast to come out for showing how because I'm really excited about this. Excited to try to figure out this week. And I think this is what you try to figure out. We're doing this. It's all about. It's not activating the body's healing system. It's actually make sure that instead of chemical chemicals, it's sort of reactivating the body's super chemicals and science is just exploding. It's so exciting to me. It's exciting to see. It's almost like you are really pioneering. It's what people look at for the steps and so this is the place to go. So thanks for the podcast. Thank you so much. I was saying for the podcast. Please leave a comment. Hope to hear from you. Share with us on social media. And we'll see you next time. Enjoy your service.
have nice lives. It's not either or. It's not either or. Yeah, that's going to be the key.
from this sort of cognitive junk food and get them back in control of their life and their values, get the same skepticism around the technology people have around their food, get people smarter, more intentional, more selective, taking control of their digital life, I think they get a lot better. And it's really a powerful idea that you can sort of reclaim your life and actually improve the quality of your experience and work and relationships and all that. And it's, I think getting the word out there and helping people understand the harms and the technology, what they're being taken advantage of for, I think that can help move the needle.
In order to live a life in which you get to call the shots, you have to become a master of your time. In today's world, this includes establishing a relationship with technology that supports your cognitive health and ability to be present to what matters to you most. Dr. Hyman recommends checking in with yourself daily to ask if you're spending time doing the things that you want to do and that support the life you want to be living. Gaining a deeper understanding of what is truly important to you allows you to then take tiny steps towards establishing daily practices that support your overall well-being and cultivate your very best self. I hope you enjoyed this mini episode of the Doctor's Pharmacy. Thanks for tuning in. It can be transformative in so many ways. It's not just about eating better, it's about changing your life.
Welcome to the Doctor's Pharmacy. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, and that's Pharmacy with an F, F-A-R-M-A-C-Y, a place for conversations that matter. And today's conversation is with an extraordinary pioneer in the world of food. It doing something pretty different, thinking about things pretty differently. Her name is Danielle Nuremberg, goes by the name of Danny, and she links together things that other people don't connect the dots to, such as agriculture, the environment, women's equality, economics, social justice. Like, how do those have anything to do with each other? But she's really been a pioneer in helping us think differently about our food system, the way we grow food, who grows the food, the issues all surrounding food, and she created an organization called Food Take, which is a nonprofit in 2013 to focus on building a global community for safe, healthy, nourished eaters, which sounds like a good idea. And she's been managing before that. She spent 2 years traveling to 60 countries, more than 60 countries, across sub-Saharan Africa, Asia, Latin America, meeting with farmers groups, scientists, researchers, policymakers, government leaders, students, academics, and journalists, documenting the work that's going on to help alleviate hunger and poverty and protect the environment. Now, a lot of us sit in our, table in our kitchen or at our desk, and we use Google and the internet to learn everything. You actually did it the old-fashioned way. You got on the ground in some countries that were tough and rough to be in, and asked hard questions, found people, were curious, and discovered a lot of things we're going to get into today. She also has authored several major reports and books about global agriculture, and she's been cited more than 8,000 major print and broadcast outlets around the world. That's impressive, 8,000. She has a master's in agriculture, food, and environment from the Tufts University School of Nutrition Science and Policy. Nutrition Science and Policy. This is something that there aren't any other schools that can do that. And one of my friends, and probably you know him well, is Dr. Mazafarian, who's the dean, and he also gets these issues. She also volunteered for 2 years in the Peace Corps in Republic. So welcome to the Doctor's Pharmacy.
I'm so pleased to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, you kind of got into this in a strange way. You grew up in Missouri.
Yep, Defiance, Missouri.
Defiance, Missouri, in a farming community. And your parents were farmers, but you grew up around farmers, and you got to see what was going on there. Sure. And you also noticed the plight of the women in that community. And, just to give context, most people don't know, I certainly didn't know, that a lot of the world's food, probably 47% of the food that's produced in the world globally, is by women farmers.
Absolutely, about 43%, yeah, great, yeah.
Yeah, and they actually are better farmers than men, it turns out. They have higher yields, better production, they're more effective, and they do all this other stuff that humans would have. So they have a rough job, and you sort of highlight the plight of women. So what was it about the women in your community in Defiance, Missouri that stood out to you, and how that influenced what you did and what you did, and how that's going to create an advocacy group for a healthy food system?
I mean, looking back, the women in the community where I grew up in were, doing the same jobs as their husbands. They were, working in the fields and doing all the other stuff that you mentioned. They were cooking and cleaning and taking care of kids and, driving carpool and doing all that other stuff. But they weren't recognized for being farmers. They were really an important part of the whole farming community. And, when I was a kid, women weren't farmers. They were, housewives. And so I think really being able to recognize the value that women all over the United States and all over the world put into actually producing and selling food, and how they're often the main operators in a lot of the farms that we see, is really something we should all recognize.
Yeah. And then why did you not want to be one of them?
Oh gosh, I couldn't wait to get out of Defiance, Missouri. It's funny, I had this sort of evolution in my life. I grew up around farm kids. We did things like play on tractors, and hunting was a thing that actually happened. And I just had nothing to do with it. I was surrounded by corn and soybean fields, and I just couldn't wait to get out of there. And once I became a Peace Corps volunteer,
your neighbor was Monsanto.
Yeah, right over. Yeah, that's where they're headquartered. I just wanted a different life, and it was strangely about 6 years later when I went to Peace Corps after college, I ended up working with farmers and riding on the back of extension agents' motorcycles and visiting beekeeping and cocoa farms, and really just understanding the connections between farmers and nutrition and protecting the environment. And it wasn't like I had this whole aha moment, like, kind of this realization that I was really dumb for not recognizing the farmers in my community and all that they were giving to not only the community but to the world. And so just sort of being able to recognize that now and honor that place where I grew up and the people who made that community what it was.
Yeah, so many people who go to the Peace Corps, have the idealistic view that they're going to go there and save those people, save the world. Yeah. And it often ends up saving them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm one of those people.
What happened down there that shifted your view and made you actually the connection between women's equality and the environment and social justice and agriculture and economics, all these things, you mentioned health, which also
absolutely. I mean, it was just listening to folks. It was sitting in a lot of women's kitchens. It was sitting, and learning from farmers and just sort of hearing them and understanding them and the challenges they faced and sort of the obstacles that they were presented to them, but how they were solving them. It was really just inspiring. These were people who didn't have much,
So some examples, you were traveling 60 countries plus. You sat down with people in their homes and you talked to them, you asked them questions. What was it that most impacted you? What are the stories you can relate from some of those meetings? Give me some sense of the texture of that experience for you.
So one of the stories that it was really my most favorite from traveling to all those countries over the 2 years that I spent, just kind of truth seeking and ground truthing in all these countries, is I was
I love that ground truthing.
Ground truthing, it's
a great term. It's like being on the ground, finding out what's really true as they were to read in a magazine.
Absolutely. Website, yeah. So we were sitting with a group of about 50 women farmers in India, outside this organic farm where they were using like vermiculture, which is using worms to compost. They were using all these different organic agriculture methods. They were growing food and packaging it under their own brand and selling it in cities. They were using other women who would sell the food, and food that people could believe in, that was sold at a lower price, that had this great branding. Women grew it, et cetera. But we were sitting with these women, learning from them all day long, eating food with them, and I'd been taking my little notebook around, just interrogating them all day. And so at the end of the day, I closed my notebook, and they're like, "Oh, we have questions for you." And they're like, "What are women in other countries doing?" Because they know I've been traveling in sub-Saharan Africa, and they're like, "What are women doing to protect trees and protect indigenous species? How are they fighting climate change?" And understanding that there's really an opportunity for farmers, whether they're male or female, to learn from one another in different countries. And often in developing countries, they're way ahead of where the rest of the world is on things like climate change and health, especially in protecting water, biodiversity. I think in the United States, we have a lot to learn from those women in India, and farmers I've met all over the world about how to protect resources.
It's striking to think about women who probably likely haven't gotten much education or something.
Right, maybe never left their village.
Yeah, maybe can't read, but are thinking about biodiversity and climate change and water resources in ways that are quite unusual.
Complex,
and talking about the sustainability and the supply chain to create sustainable food. And,
absolutely.
It's really remarkable, and it wouldn't suddenly expect. It's usually this kind of an affluent country issue, and everybody else in the developing world is just trying to scrape by, not thinking about these things. But it sounds like when you went around the world, you found that people care about these issues.
Absolutely.
Probably care more than men, because they're by nature more nurturing, more thoughtful about future generations, more thoughtful about sustainable and for their families, and it's quite striking.
They want their kids to do better than them. They're thinking about the future in a way that all of us are, but they're especially, it's very sort of urgent to them, because they're seeing the effects of climate change daily, the effects of biodiversity loss daily. They're seeing it. It's very real for them.
And they're solving the problem.
But a lot of them are, yeah. They're really working towards things that can help improve biodiversity. One of the things that I'm most impressed by is how women are protecting traditional varieties of vegetables and grains, and really saving seeds and making sure that they're available for the next season and for the next generation.
How do they know even about these things?
I mean, it's been passed on. It's all of this. Their grandmothers knew how to do it. The grandmothers knew how to do it. A lot of that was lost, during the Green Revolution, when hybrid seed varieties came in and sort of displaced a lot of those traditional varieties. But women were always the caretakers of seeds. It's really they're the ones who keep that going and make sure that it's around for their kids.
So Prince Charles wrote a book. It was really more of a speech. He was trying to tell a book called The Future of Food. And he challenges the notion that big ag is needed for saving the world from hunger. In other words, the messaging here is, we would all be great doing organic agriculture and small farm holding innovations, but that's not going to solve our problem of hunger. We have to feed our 7 billion people. We need industrial agriculture. We need irrigation seeds. We need different hybrid seeds. We need to basically do this green revolution, which was a massive failure, by the way. Which, for those who don't know what a green revolution is, it was the idea that we could go into these poor countries, help them with their agriculture by innovating with different seed varieties that were drought-resistant, pest-resistant, et cetera, GMO products. But it was the centralization and monopolization of the seeds that disrupted their normal processes and their historical agriculture practices, which were very effective. And it's like, we're from the West, we know better. We're going to show you poor people who don't know anything what to do. And that led to really the destruction of local economies, local farming systems, and even the dramatic increases in the rates of suicide among these farmers because they can't afford to buy the seed anymore. Their soil, their farms are depleted. They can basically mine the soil instead of replacing the soil. And you end up with this horrible cycle. It's the consequence of the Green Revolution, where we're actually causing a bigger burden on these small farmholders. And in this lecture, Prince Charles was like, this is a myth, that we actually can feed the world using small farmholders, and in fact, that's the only way we can do it.
Well, I think it's already happening. Smallholders are feeding most of the world right now. There are 500 million family farmers who are feeding most of the world's population right now, and so I don't think we should romanticize, smallholder farms. Some of them it's very laborious and can often be, not a way to move forward. It's very hard on these folks, but there is a way to do this well and to support smallholders and medium-sized farmers as well in a way that can, do all the things that we want the food system to do. Produce nutritious, safe food, protect the environment, give fair wages, provide opportunities for youth, have equality for women, etc. There's a way to do that, and many of these communities are already doing that. But as you described, some of those Green Revolution practices really destroyed not only, the local economies, but just the equality that already existed in some of these communities.
And the truth is, before that, the practices, like you said, we handed out from the grandmothers, it was all organic, it was all sustainable, it was all biodiverse, it wasn't just natural.
It was already because it had to be.
It wasn't anything else.
Right. Absolutely. And I think, the Green Revolution was well-intentioned in many ways, but it was never meant to be something that we used forever. We were never meant to rely on all of these things as, the future of food. They should have used it like medicine, in terms of let's get through this really tough period of drought or tough period of too many floods and restore our indigenous practices afterwards. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I do think that there's a way to go forward that really combines high technologies, some of the interesting innovations that are coming out of the big data space or AI or cell phone technologies, and combine that with some of these traditional practices that have been in place for centuries. I don't think it has to be either or.
No, of course. So another question I want to ask is, when you were traveling around these 60-plus countries, what were some of the heartbreak stories you heard about people struggling, and what are people facing around the world trying to grow food for their families and their community?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most heartbreaking things that happened to me sort of personally is visiting a farmers cooperative in Niger, which was really impressive. It was run by women again, but when we were leaving, one of the women was like, take my daughter with you. And, still thinking about that, this young mother and her young child, and it's, those are the kinds of things. I mean, people, I think it's just indicative that people think that, what we have going on in the Western world is better than what they're doing in their own communities. And I think what needs to happen is restoring some of that, pride and dignity that people have that's been lost because they think, hybrid seeds are better, or they think imported food is better, or they think, having their kid grow up in the United States is better. I think if we can restore some of the pride that people have in their own communities, that can help empower them and keep them, not let them to give their kids away.
it's terrible. I mean, it's true. I mean, even the aspiration to be like the West, without really understanding what the West is like, and in many of these developing countries in Africa, fast food is a sign of affluence. So you take your family out to KFC and McDonald's.
Right, it's a treat.
That's like going to a 5-star restaurant.
I'll be honest, it was a treat for me growing up in Defiance, Missouri. That was like, we were a lower, middle class family, and it was a treat if you got to go to Wendy's. So yeah.
So did you learn anything else that sort of stuck out during those
I
times?
learned everything. It was such an amazing. We called it our global listening tour because we just went and listened to folks and heard about what they were doing. And I think that's something that sort of the development community can learn from. I think that the usual paradigm is you go into a community, tell them what they need, get them how to do it, and by listening, you learn the sort of the opposite of that. You learn from the people themselves what their challenges are, what their successes, what they might need more help with. But if you go in and start telling people what to do, it doesn't work as well.
Amazing. So I want to get into some of the great work you're doing around highlighting food heroes, which are the people out there who are making a difference, who are transforming our food system, who are adding value in the supply chain, who are thinking differently about how we create a sustainable food system. But before we sort of get into that, I would love if you just from your perspective and your method of knowledge and experience, give people a sense of what's going on in the current food system, what are the big problems, and what are the things that really could make a difference?
So I mean, from our perspective, from food chain's perspective, the food system, as we see it, is broken. And by broken, I mean, we have a paradox of hunger and obesity. We have more people who are overweight or obese in the world than there are that are hungry.
800 million hungry.
821 million hungry, 2.1 billion, who are obese.
Yeah, a lot of people are overweight or obese.
So from our viewpoint, that's wrong. That doesn't make sense. And some of the people who are overweight are also experiencing malnutrition because they're not getting the nutrients that they need. We're losing biodiversity in the food system at astounding rates. Climate change is more evident and impactful than ever.
Agriculture is a big driver.
Absolutely. Agriculture is at least 30% of all greenhouse gas emissions, and that doesn't make it into the policy debate or some of the, litigation around making sure that climate change is that we find ways to adapt to it. So, from our perspective, there are lots of things that aren't working in the food system right now, and what we need to do is really focus on the solutions and finding ways to, alleviate hunger and obesity, make sure that there's more of a focus on nutrient-dense foods. We've been really, really good at filling people up but not nourishing them, and so making sure that, women and youth are valued equally in the food system, that their contributions are valued, and making sure that there's a diversity of opinions and that people's voices are heard in different ways.
That's what Food Take is. It's a really place for voices to be heard.
Yeah, we really consider ourselves a platform for the good food movement, and that means including, a lot of different sides of these issues. We try to get, very diverse speakers at our Food Tank Summits that we hold every year, which we've had, Monsanto executives on the same stage as food justice advocates. We bring as many different players together.
How do those conversations go?
They've been great. I mean, we make it a safe space, and I think that's what's been challenging for a lot of
metal detection.
I mean, we say no fist fights, but I think because Food Tank's reputation is very non-biased, that we're considered, a fair space, that you'll be treated equally, that, we're not looking to demonize anyone, it makes these conversations possible. I don't think other organizations can do that as well as we can.
It's impressive. I mean,
it's the only thing I brag about.
You have an agenda for sustainable, more local food system that doesn't monopolize seeds, that has less chemical inputs, that provides more resource water supplies, and Monsanto's not on that agenda.
No, they're not.
So they're not going to think you're friendly.
They do, though. I mean, we've been able to have reasonable conversations with them, and though we're coming from very different viewpoints, that's why we try to get corporations in the room, or people from different political backgrounds in the room, or people who might not look like they're on our side, and really have those frank discussions.
Okay, so this is great. So how do you, when you get Monsanto or Cargill or Pepsi, whoever on the stage, what are you learning from them that you didn't know that informs your...
Listen, I'll tell you, if you asked me 15 years ago, would I be talking to any company, any big food company, any big ag or seed company, I would have said, hell no. There's no way. There's nothing. I have nothing in common with these people. Nothing to do with them. And so I think what's changed is that there's such big players. There's so much private investment in the space, in the food ag space right now, that if we're not talking to them and listening to them and learning their viewpoints, then we're missing a huge opportunity. I think there's a big opportunity for companies to change. Will I ever agree with Monsanto? Probably not.
What do you say? I guess we have to work with them and talk to them. What are they actually saying?
What's their view of all this? They think that what they're doing is helping improve the world's food supply, and they don't think that. What we have to understand from them is they don't think that they're bad, right? They think they're trying to do the same thing that I'm advocating for, that you're advocating for. So understanding that we're all kind of coming from the same place, we're doing it in very different ways, and understanding that they're not big bad, big bad ag, but they're just.
Some farmers who have
absolutely. I mean,
it's cross-pollinating Monsanto.
There have been some really. I'm not going to ever speak for Monsanto, so you're never going to get me to do that. But I think we have to start talking to these big corporations.
They acknowledge the issues of climate change. They acknowledge issues of
more companies are.
Acknowledge that we're.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't speak for any company in particular, but many companies are realizing the impact of climate change on their bottom line, and they realize that if they're not doing good, they're not going to be able to do business.
Yes, actually, I've had the same issues. Like I've never talked to these people. They're just out to mess with us. And I've gotten to be in conversations with people from Pepsi and Nestle at very high levels, and challenge them on these issues. Sure. And they say, we're actually working on these problems. One of the top guys at Pepsi spoke at the USDA about how we create more sustainable regenerative ag.
They have to, or they're going to go out of business.
And their supply chains are unlimited. So the guy from Nestle said, we looked at it from organic, just $100 million company. There's a supply chain with it.
But they can